Good morning. Welcome to Planet Mojo. Just doing a brief update on the Savanna project progress. Where I last left off, I was on a cut-a-thon. I was like a ninja back in there, cutting trees and tossing them and stuff. Then I tossed oats all through here to stabilize the ground and keep the weeds down. So I'm trying to find out what I need to get done here before the snow flies. And one thing is gathering up all of this slash and burning it, I guess probably down there. Pull all this stuff down there, pull stuff up from lower. And it's kind of worthless tossing any more seed. You know, I got a bare spot right there. It takes a while after you have a burn like that. It takes a while before seed will take there. And I believe it's from too much phosphorus. High levels of phosphorus inhibit seeds from germinating. So after the rain washes that stuff down into the soil, stuff will grow there just fine. But I do have some of the trees coming back. Little red oak there. Don't really want any trees right in this area. We're trying to make a savanna, not a forest. So that little white oak there will likely stay, but I gotta assess everything before I make decisions like that. Yeah, I got a lot of little trees coming up, so I really need to get in here and do one last spray of 2,4-D, and I need to pull these logs out of here. I got like 4 piles right there. Pull the logs out, spray, and burn the slash pile. Then for the rest of the year into the winter, I can just cut down trees. I gotta identify any oaks that I want to keep, but I'm gonna guess there's probably not many. They're mostly red oak seedlings through here, and I really don't need any more red oak. I need either white oak or bur oak. So it'll be pretty easy to identify the oaks very soon. As all the other trees start losing their leaves, the oaks will retain them, and you can just spot them a mile away. So I'll be doing that as well. Yeah, you can see an old burn spot there, and I threw seed on that burn spot, which was, a while back. I'm sure you've seen it if you've seen the videos. So we got oats growing there, but it's a bit shorter than the other stuff. Yeah, this oats looks really nice. It'll be interesting to see how the prairie grass looks back here. It doesn't, like the little bluestem doesn't get a whole lot taller than this, and then it has the long stems coming up with the seed heads on it. So this is roughly how it's going to look back here, but wildflowers and other stuff in there as well, and different grasses. This will be a big mixture of different grasses, so some will be taller, some will be shorter. Looking pretty nice here. All right, and speaking of little bluestem, that's where we're going to stop next. Okay, here is the little bluestem. Yeah, this is absolutely little bluestem. I was unsure for most of the year, but now that it's getting seed heads, you can tell from the pictures that I've seen. Oh, there's my cat wanting to get petted. There's a couple other grasses in here that are not annuals that I'm unsure of, but if they're native Wisconsin grasses, I'm just going to leave them alone. If they're not, I'll yank them out. This right here, I have no idea what that is, but it's probably something that escaped from the lawn. I do believe this is one of the grasses I'm talking about, but that one doesn't have a seed head on it. There's one down here with a seed head. Go take a look at that. Hopefully my cat will leave me alone long enough. So this stuff is looking gorgeous for the first year. Perennial grass does not look good in the first year. So if this looks this nice in the first year, it's going to look fantastic next year. This is the grass I'm talking about. Yeah, it's quite different from the little blue stem. So I don't know what it is, but I have a Wisconsin grass identification book. Hi, cat. Whoa. Cat. All right. If you're new to the channel, this cat tracks me down and then stands on my feet like this so that I can't move and have to pet her. And if we're in the woods, she'll climb trees and jump on my shoulders. And if I'm bending down, she'll climb up my back and jump on my shoulder. She can also climb up my entire body without putting her claws in and go on my shoulders. She's a crazy cat, but she needs to leave me alone for a second. Okay, here it is. That's what I was looking for. Come on, let me go. This is what I was looking for. That is some incredibly wide grass. I think that's one back there, but this really stands out. And it's growing in a clump. So it's a bunch grass, but I'm hoping that's at seed so that I can identify it. I'm not good enough at identifying stuff without it having a seed head on it. This looks like it could be more of that. It's really hairy grass. So I don't know what the hell it is. But for the most part, it's mostly this little blue stem. We'll walk all the way down to the end, and I don't think this cat's going to leave me alone long enough to do much more. I want to get down to the end down there and see how that savanna is doing. Savanna restoration stuff is doing. And you can see this one right from here. This is all oats. And it looks like somebody's been munching on it. I'll bet the deer have been walking the fence line here and munching it. But this is all oats. This will be planted next year as well. And then got all oats down that way. And then there's two patches on the side of this hill. I have, what the heck is this stuff? My cat's after a bird. Not happening, kitty. Crown vetch is what it is. I'm testing out these two patches, one here in full sunshine and one in the shade of that big walnut tree there. There's a couple native grasses that they say are excellent for hill stabilization, so I'm going to plant them here and remove the crown vetch. but I want to try it out in that spot first next year. And if it works good, I got lots of other places where we got steep hills, and I'll use it elsewhere. But back to this, it is doing awesome. Got various other stuff growing in here, but in the spring I'm going to be spraying this with a pre-emergence herbicide, and the majority of this annual garbage will not come up then. Then I'll go in with individual plants and plant wildflowers and other grasses in here. Not quite sure what I'm going to grow in here, but from my studies, there's a few grasses that really like the heavily rocky areas like this. This is a rock outcropping. It's part of the edge of the top of the hill here. It runs right through. You can see it over in the field over there as well. But this is the top of the mountain, so there's not much soil here. And there's grasses that like this type of area. I mean, it's really high pH here. The whole area is high pH, but when you're growing right on top of limestone, it's extra super high pH. Okay, that'll wrap up this update. The savannas are doing awesome, and they'll all be planted in bluestem, Indian grass, side oats, grama, a whole bunch of different types of grasses next year. And this one will be planted with a whole bunch of wildflowers as well. This will be the closest to being naturalized because it's got a year jump on everything else. So that'll end this update. If you like our video, subscribe to our channel and click on the little update icon so you're notified when we post new videos. Thanks for watching, and have yourself a great day.